Okay.
So I have to go by whatever hours I accumulate for the day. The graph one hasn't lifted up yet. You got your day logs, your 8 days. Go back and see prior, what days that you have or hours that you're going to have and what you did mileage wise for that day.
Okay.
Going back 8 days, and you just scroll down on it. These here, okay, if DOT wants a copy of your logs, go in here and do a log request. Mine's all scratched up. And then you put in the fax number, their fax number, and dispatch will fax the logs over if they want to see them. Every day you have to approve everything that you did that day. You go down and look, off duty, drive. You can scroll down through all of them. You're supposed to approve them every day, just like regular paper logs. Every time you get a new load, come into this section, you do new load, and you type in the load number that they give you and the trailer number that you have. Go up here to get the keyboard. There's your regular keyboard and the numbers. And hit X to get out of it, or to send it. Cancel that. And then these little warnings up here let you know when you got messages. This one here, I update on my logs, and I didn't do my VIR last night. You just clear them. Change your messages, and here you just click on them. It has all your load information. Loaded miles, empty miles. Plant City tells you where you're going. It's got your pickup numbers. And these here, it's self-explanatory. You always have to hit reply to let dispatch know you're beginning your trip. You let them know when you've landed at your pickup. Hit reply twice, and then you hit either A or D, arrive or depart. And it'll have a part on here where you put your trailer number. Oops. You hit here, your keyboard, your numbers. If you have a different trailer number, then you put that trailer number in. And then you do the same when you come back. It tells you where you're going. Hit reply twice. Your arrival, departure, and then you put in your trailer number. None of it. And you have your outbox. These are messages that are sent to dispatch. You either save them or delete them. There you go. There it is. And then compose. This is where you do a regular free form. If you ask for anything. The way Walt trained me when I come in here, when I go somewhere with a trailer, drop and hook, I always put in here drop trailer, the number, pick up trailer, the number, and my location.
Right.
What company, city, and state. That helps. I assume that helps to
Keep up with trailers.
Keep where the trailers are at.
Yeah.
A lot of these I don't use. Customer service. Let's see. When you go into these here, you got the code right here. That's the customer code, and you use that to put in here and hit enter. Get your keyboard and type it in, hit X, and they'll send you back a message for your directions, phone numbers, whatever you need. They just started using breakdown. You put all that, the information in there. Some of these, email from truck doesn't work. I can send an email to my computer, but I can't respond back to it.
Okay.
Qualcomm. Or detention time. You go in here for your detention, you put your load number, customer location. They put them in an hour and a half after arrival. Any customer. There's 2 of them, and I use both of them. Just, make sure I got the right one. And your time off macro. You want to go home for the weekends. No, that ain't the right one. Every Sunday, we have to submit our odometer for shop. And let's see. Here we can get a hold of safety. Whoever you want to send it to, you put in their name and then whatever questions or concerns you might have. There's the other load and unload delay. The odometer reader, that's the one right there. 32 is the one we're supposed to use. That's a time off macro. Put in your date you want to go home, the time, date you want to return, and the time, and the reason why. Doctor appointment, restart, whatever your concern is or why you want to go home. Safety. And then these here we don't use because you get those when you're in your load information. It starts your trips. Like here, pick up, do your arrival and your departure. And it said all of it on here is self-explanatory, I think. And you have
home messaging.
The navigation. I don't use it. Some people do. I don't know a whole lot about the navigation. I use a regular GPS. Get out of there.
Home messaging.
You
Alarm
go through
clock.
here. You got your settings. You do your time zone when this one changes on its own, but some of the other people have to change theirs. We go up to Central to set it back. I think set it back for whatever. And you got your volume for the Qualcomm to come over your speakers. And you got your language.
Home messaging. Alarm clock.
And your system. You can see what it's doing, but you can't alter anything in here. By no means.
Home messaging.
On
Alarm
the next
clock.
page. These here we don't use, but the alarm clock does work. You can set your own alarm clock. If you don't, some people don't have them. And of course we got the games. I got a lot of them.
Home.
They prefer us not to use the games because some of the Qualcomms will lock them up.
Okay.
Randy doesn't like that. And then you got your volume controls. You turn your volume up.
You have 0 new messages. 2 of 9.
You can also mute it out. When you're driving down the road and they send you a message, it'll take you into it. Let's see how we do
Home.
that.
Messaging.
Just hit the center,
Message 3 of
center
9.
button and it'll read it.
Received today at 8:23 a.m. Begin message
And it
text.
starts everything.
563836.
That one to shut it up. These buttons will move
Message
from
2 of
message
9.
to message.
Message 1 highlighted.
Oh, you drive me crazy. Pretty much all you can do is play with it. That's what I do. I get in here and I play with it, find out. You got your DOT hours up here. You click that, hit it, it'll do your time. What time you're on. That don't do nothing. That's your keyboard. They're all pretty much, you gotta play with them.
Right.
That's As I tell everybody, I run into new drivers all the time. And they ask me how to read their messages or how to do this, that, or the other on it. These new trucks are a pain. They're all, to do your VIR, put in your main screen, hours of service, VIR. If you have any defects or anything, mine is no. Next page. It always shows up your name here. Put in your truck number. Done. That's if you have a trailer. No defects. Keyboard. We have 1346. That's done. And you go back to your main screen, hours of service. There, now my graph's up. You go back through and look at all your graphs and what hours you did. You go back 8 days. You tap on any of them, and it'll tell you your location, how long you were there, the date and time.
Okay. And you don't really have to do anything with it except for the inspection stuff, right? It does it automatically for
Right.
you?
If you need to do like an 8 and 2, you go into approve. You can go in here, like off duty. If I need to do an 8 and 2 on my brake, you hit edit. Go over here and hit sleeper berth. Okay. And it'll always ask for a comment. I always just put change in there. Oops. The only thing that we cannot change is anything in the drive duty. Okay. See, now I'm in, that shows sleeper berth. Status, if you want to change your duty status, you go in here, you got off duty, sleeper, driving, on duty, and off duty driving. Here we go to sleeper. Okay, now I'm in the sleeper.
Okay.
If you're on off duty, if you hit off duty and start moving, most of the time it'll put you in drive, but always check it. These ones here, the problem, I got caught once, and I didn't do it intentionally, but I went into, I hit drive. Most computers, if you ever notice, OK's over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's got cancel. I hit cancel and went into off-duty driving from Delaware to Pennsylvania. Randy was pissed. Don't do that. So we're going to cancel back out of there, and I'm still in the sleeper. This here shows I'm eligible for a restart because I haven't had one. My hours to be gained today. My hours to be gained tomorrow at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows how many miles you drove for the day. Start time, ending time. I mean, it's all pretty much self-explanatory. And up here you do your drivers. And to log out of the machine, you just go here and hit log out. And it'll ask you if you want to be logged out. Add a driver. You put in their ID to do Teams, and they have to do their code and all that. I had issues with that the other night with Gurney, because his number started with 0. That's how I found out your number can't start with 0.
Okay.
So they reversed his 2 numbers.
Okay.
Nobody told us.
Now I know.
Nobody told us. I said, a lot of these here we don't use. Critical event. Would you like to initiate it? I don't know what it's going to do, so I don't hit yes. It's just one of them things. Let's stay with that. Language. Okay. They say you can hit or hook up printers to this thing. I don't know. The issue I had 723 for a long time. The And a lot of people don't realize with these Qualcomms, I couldn't access the bottom part of my keyboard. So you can hook up a keyboard, you can hook up a mouse, and that's how I access the bottom part of my keyboard.
Okay.
Because my thing wouldn't go down there. A lot of people don't realize that. All the keyboards down here, I couldn't get my mouse down here to click it. I'd hit this, it was hitting up here on the H line. And I went to, I was in Valdosta, and they hooked a mouse up to it. So I carry a mouse with me for that purpose, so that I can get a hold of, send my messages or whatever. A lot of people don't realize they can do that. Other than that, there ain't really a whole lot else you can do with them. Just play with them.